And to retrain breathing, that might be probably another question people often ask, like what does it take, what should I do in order to slow down my breathing pattern? Buteyko found that many techniques are useful in terms of short-term benefits, like to do something special, deliberate in order to improve breathing, to slow it down. He found two things particularly useful. First of all, to do breathing exercises. So if you try to slow down your breath, the general idea is very simple of Buteyko, so-called reduced breathing exercises. Sick people, as I mentioned, they take deep inhale and quickly exhale. So we breathe frequently and deeply. Healthy people, small inhalation, long, relaxed exhale. Small inhalation, long, relaxed exhale. So the Buteyko method, what does it involve? You take small inhalation, not as much as you like, and then relax for exhale. Small inhale, relax for exhale. Accumulate hunger, desire to breathe more. So it's kind of abnormal sensation, which may be sometimes unpleasant for some people, a kind of new sensation. And when people practice and when body is able to adapt to it, the human body normally adjusts to breathing less. And what happens later during, if you practice it, let's say for 10, 15, 20 minutes, the human organism is able to adapt to less breathing, and during next hours the person breathes less. Oxygenation of the body is improved, which again can be objectively measured by breath holding time test. Because after the session the person can sit down, do breath holding time test, pinch the nose after exhale, and see how long is the breath holding time. So this is one method. Another method he found exceptionally useful is physical activity, but he found that it's beneficial for our health if and only if we breathe through the nose during exercise, in and out. So sick people actually usually are not able to breathe through the nose during exercise as soon as we start like jogging, running, power walking, or walking uphill. Why? Because body oxygenation is low at rest. When we start to exercise, we generate much more lactic acid. So the breathing becomes much heavier than for healthy people. And we are not able to keep up the pace with nasal breathing. So what we do, we open mouth, and then all benefits of exercise are lost for them. So for this reason, Buteyko doctors and we breathing teachers, we always tell to our students that we should breathe only through the nose, even during exercise, in and out, so that we can get benefits. So these are kind of two special activities, and there are some other activities. For example, now, as a part of my course, I teach my students how to use a water breathing device. So the person uses a special device to breathe through water, and using this type of breathing, the person exhales back a lot of CO2, because all these effects I told about, for example, why we have less oxygen when we breathe heavy, are based on CO2, the gas we exhale. Because medical research found it's an important hormone which plays different functions in the body, totally necessary for our health, because if CO2 gas drops 3-4 times below the norm, let's say we start heavy breathing through the nose or even through the mouth, like very fast and very deep, in 2-3 minutes, most people can lose their consciousness, like faint, pass. Then to think to, as Dr. Buteyko did, to find the technique, and as I mentioned, he found two methods, like using reduced breathing, physical exercise. Any physical exercise with nasal breathing would be exceptionally beneficial. Plus he found that there are many lifestyle factors which are able to significantly improve oxygenation. For example, if we breathe through the mouth at night, we lose much more CO2, we cannot utilize nitric oxide, which is produced in sinuses, like it's a recently discovered hormone. Certain other negative effects take place, like a lot of bacteria, pathogens, dust mite, and other particles, airborne particles can get inside our body, produce stress for lungs. So he started to teach that, of course, we should breathe only through the nose.